Cast is sponsored by Prize Picks. Now, Prize Picks is a daily fantasy sports game we can play directly from your phone. All you gotta do is go to your app store, download Prize Picks. And when you do that, make sure you use my promo code MightyCast. Cool promotion going on right now. All you gotta do is play $5 in your lineup, whether it's CS:GO, mixed martial arts, and even NBA. You're gonna win $50 no matter what happens in your lineup. And the cool thing about Prize Picks is you're not playing against millions of people around the world. You're playing against the projection, what they think is gonna happen in that event. So make sure you guys lock in your picks at the right place, which is Prize Picks. Now, shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring the episode of the Mighty Cast. Now let us get back to I Am Death Sentence. Enjoy.
Okay, what about the headband?
Don't worry about the headband.
Oh, cool.
It has 3 hours.
I thought you were weird.
Make sure the mic is right by you, right here. Yep, perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
Did you ever fight in those UFC gloves?
I did not. Those are the worst UFC gloves they've ever made. That's why I don't use them anymore. Michael is super pumped about them. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to another episode of Mighty Cast, and we have one.
Don't worry about it.
I guess he's eating chips in the background.
Yeah.
I'm eating chips.
Did you have fun?
Yes, I did, Mr. Mighty Mouse, sir.
Yeah, a lot of fun out here, didn't you?
It was amazing.
What do you think of Washington State?
Washington State is awesome, and everything is high priced, but I liked it down here.
What do you mean high price? Like high price as in like, you know.
It was expensive. Very expensive. Everything was expensive.
From what exactly?
It was
Like, give me an example of what was expensive. Like, goddamn.
It was I went to go. Sorry about that. I just went to go buy some products from the store. And there was extremely expensive. Like it's only like I would say 12 in Charlotte, but it's like 19 in here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just...
No, it was 26. My bad. It was 26.
Okay.
26.
Okay. Well, it's always weird because I haven't, I've traveled all around the world, and a lot of my friends, one of my good friends, he grew up in Michigan, and he was like, damn, it's super expensive here in Washington State. I'm like, is it really? He goes, dude, yes, it is. I don't know any difference because I've never lived anywhere else besides Washington State. So when I hear other people who come to Washington State, they're like, damn, it's super expensive when I come out here. Gallon of milk, it's $2 more. Getting in some bud from the dispensary, it's like $5 more. So I wanted to hear your reference of what was so expensive, and now I've gotten. Would you want to live here? What about the weather?
Weather is fucking terrible.
What?
My bad. It's fucking dude. It's chilly every time we train.
It's 65 degrees outside
now it is. We've been here for what, 5 days, 4 days?
5 days, I think.
5 days, and this is the only day it's actually warm.
Well, you gotta. We call it here. Yeah. April showers brings May flowers.
Nah, rarely. Yeah, rarely. It's rarely a good day out here. Yesterday we trained outside. It looked good out there, but it didn't feel good out there.
Yeah, it was a little cold.
Yeah.
It was a little
cold. I was even asking. I was complaining because I'm a warrior.
Yeah, you were not complaining.
I was gonna ask you why the hell are you even training outside? Like
because I wanted you to be in your natural habitat.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Right? Because you don't train in the gym.
Yeah, but it's warm outside.
Well, that don't matter. It'd be warm, cold, snowing, right? So you want to train outside when it's warm outside?
Yeah. Listen, no harsh to Alex Pereira and what's his name, Jerry Prohaska. Mm-hmm. But like training in like the fucking snow, it's oral farming. That's all it is. That shit is. It is. It's oral farming to train in those environments. That shit doesn't do nothing for you. I did it. I trained out because it was some manly shit. I was like, you know what? If Alex Pereira, I think Khabib did it once. They train in these extreme conditions where it's snowing and all that. I seen the videos. I bet, you know me, my mentality. I'm better than them. I can do the same shit. I ran out there. It was kind of cold outside. I ran out there for like 10 minutes, came back in, had a cold the next day, and it was pretty bad, and it was bad for like 5 days, and it went away. I was like, never again.
Maybe you have a weak immune system.
Hell no. It was gone. I only had it for 5 days. It was gone. I got a strong immune system, but training in the cold is just fucking stupid. Like, imagine I train in the cold, and then I'm sick. And you know me, I'm still going to fight anyway. So, yeah, training in the cold is just oral farming. That's it. There's no benefit to it at all.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Mighty Cast. And we are joined by the one and only Death Sentence. Thank you for coming out here and joining us in Washington State. You talk about aura farming.
Yes.
Right? We talk about aura farming. You love Dragon Ball Z so much,
Yes.
right? Like, it's all about Vegeta. Vegeta is
Yes.
probably
He is.
my favorite character as well in Dragon Ball Z, just because the Prince of Saiyan,
Gangster.
he's always a gangster.
Bows down to no one.
No one. But I feel like your ego is attached to.
It comes.
We were driving, and you basically recited every single thing that Vegeta said about
Yes.
Cell. Why is that? Why Vegeta not Goku? Why not Krillin? Why not Trunks? Why not
Krillin? You bring up Krillin?
Krillin's fucking legit, dog.
First of all, he's not
okay.
a coward.
Okay.
That's the only compliment, but he's like a lamer version of Piccolo where he only fight if he has to, and when he fight, he's scared. He'll fight anyway, not a coward.
Yep.
But I wouldn't get hype watching him.
But you're disrespecting a man
Hold on.
who's one. He's
I'm not disrespecting him. He's not a coward. I give him that. He's
okay,
a fighter.
But you got to remember, he is human.
He is.
He also solar flare.
Solar flare,
That's
yeah.
a banger.
Mhm.
Solar flare. Then you also have destructo disc. That's the thing I feel like Dragon Ball Z got away from.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, you had the special beam cannon. You had Goku, you had the Kamehameha, so did Krillin. You had the structural disc. You had solar flare. You had the Gallic gun. People would use more of the special moves.
Oh, yeah.
Now nobody.
Oh.
We did see. When we watched. I feel like the last thing that dropped from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, that was technical. The turn on power was technical as
6 years ago. I feel like it was 6 years ago.
yeah.
And then you had the Dragon Ball Super movie. Then we had Dragon Ball Z superheroes with Gohan going beast mode, and you had
Yes.
Orange Piccolo.
About time.
But back in the day, you would see so much more special moves
Special moves.
from the characters.
Before we keep going, do you say it right now? I
Yeah.
think Super's better, but are you one of those fans that low key kind of like Z better?
I think Dragon Ball Z set the stage and gave
did,
everybody
for sure.
foundation to know who the identity of the characters.
Super Saiyans,
Super
all
Saiyans,
that.
and then you have the Scouters.
The Scouters, the giant lasers. That's where it started for sure.
Yeah, and then you also had, the Frieza saga, the Cell saga, the Majin Buu saga, and I felt there was a lot of more context around the characters, where I feel like Dragon Ball Super was kind of like the next level of where it would go.
Yeah, gods, all that stuff.
I do say this. I feel like Dragon Ball Super, the Samasu, and the Future Trunks saga
Yes.
is probably the best saga out of all of them.
Out of all of them.
Out of all of them.
Out of all, so you like the favorite arc in Dragon Ball? This history is the Goku Black Saga.
Yes.
Really?
Best saga.
Oh wow.
You want to know why?
Wow. I actually kind of like that saga too.
Yeah.
I can talk about that later though.
But the reason why I feel it's the best saga is when you look at all the sagas, you look at the Raditz saga, he has no reason to be evil. I mean, that's what Saiyans do. They come down to Earth.
Planets.
They conquer
That's
planets.
another thing why I kind of like them too, because they're like a better version of the. You watch Invincible.
I have watched Invincible.
Viltrumites.
The Viltrumites, yes.
The Viltrumites are kind of like the Saiyans. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure they're based off the Saiyans. Let's be real.
Yeah.
They conquer planets, try to get the universe. I like how the Saiyans did it better because I think the Viltrumites' powers are kind of cheap.
Yep.
But I always like that barbaric, awesome. It gave off awesome vibes, Broly. Because Broly originally, evil Broly, OZ Broly, he was like what a Saiyan was like, kind of supposed to be a ruthless, heartless, killing machine. That's what I like. That's when it comes to aura, the Saiyans got it.
Yeah.
I love it.
But when you look at the Raditz saga,
Yeah, the Raditz saga. Oh, yeah.
he was designed. That was his brother to do that. You look at the Frieza saga.
Wasted for sure.
Frieza has no reason why he's evil. He just wants to be evil.
Conquer planets.
You look